In this video, I'll show you how to create this part. It's figure 250 out of the textbook. So I'll start a new drawing. It's in millimeters, so make sure your setting there for units is in millimeters. Say OK. Start a sketch. Choose a plane. Say OK. I will use the profile tool, and that's the default. Remember, with profile, it'll keep it drawing lines. It will. You won't have to initiate each new line. So the length of it is 80, the angle is 0, so hit enter twice. Let me zoom in. And I'm just going to step through each of these dimensions. Slide that down. And I'm hitting enter twice because you have to enter the length. And if you got the angle right, and that depends on how you're holding your mouse, then hit enter again and move to the next line. So I'll hit 80, enter, enter. 15, I'm moving my cursor down because I want it to be going down. Enter twice. My cursor over, 15, enter, 30. Oops, no, so I messed up that angle. So what can I do about that? Well, just double click on that, and I need it to be, oops, 270. Let's try that again. So I'm right here. I want that to be 270. And that'll correct that. And go back to my profile tool. Enter twice. And back to my origin. Hit escape twice. Now I got red. It says the sketch is over constrained. It has a lot of double dimensions on here. Okay, like for example, these two 80s don't need to be on there, so just delete one of them. And that was it. So I'm good. It's black. I do have a cutout in the middle, and I'm going to use the rectangle tool in this case. I'll just use this one here. And be careful when you're drawing because you'll attach constraints on there. Like if I accidentally line that up, then it's going to be stuck. I'll have to break that constraint. So in this case, that's not what I'm looking for. It can be helpful, but it can also mess you up. So let's see. This is 20 tall, so I'll just double click, make that 20. 30 wide, double click, make that 30. Now I just need to check my locations. Now these aren't correct, so I'll just double click them. That is 10. If you don't like where these dimensions are radiating from, then you can just put your own dimensions on. For example, I don't like this 6 here. I want to come back to this line because I know what that number is supposed to be. It's 15. It'll override that existing dimension. So everything's black, so it's fully constrained. I'll finish the sketch, and I'll turn off, right-click, hide that, and let's go to Extrude. Select the sketch, and I'm going to do it symmetrical. And this part is actually 30 millimeters wide. So, okay. Right-click on the sketch to hide it. Now remember, if I wanted to edit that, I just go up there and double-click. It'll take me back to the sketch. If I want to edit the extrude, double-click on that. It'll take me back to my extrusion. So there's my model. So I'll save that. Save as. So excuse me. So I know where it's going. Can't type today. Let's see. And go to application, and I'm going to do drafting mode, A3 size. Okay. And just close that. Close that. I'll show you again. We'll use the view creation wizard. So if you click on that, and again, because that was my front view, that's the first view I used to create it, the software thinks that's a good choice. In fact, that looks really good. So I'm doing the cement block, go next. You have to turn on your hidden lines. Scale looks good, say next. My views are fine, so next, and this all looks good. So what I was doing is kind of defaulting to my previous drawing. So that's kind of a typical way we're going to draw. And let's finish that. We should see our hidden lines. We'll turn those off. So double click on there, turn off the thing that says self-hidden, say okay. And we are good to go with our model. We will want to dimension that. Clicking on endpoints, and again, we're stuck with ISO dimensions, which is just what it is. You can always come back in and move them around. It's very easy to move dimensions. I'm just trying to get them placed on here right now. Now also, as we've seen, try to line up dimensions. So for example, if I wanted to do from this edge to here, if you get close to that, if you click on, don't let it do that. If you click on that arrowhead, it'll line that up, and then you can just click on that and pull it over. So we always try to line those up. It just gives you a much better presentation. That one, and I'm going to need somewhere, I think, delete that, because I need a dimension from here to there. That's the best spot is right there. I got the overall, I need that width. And I'm not going to worry about the extension lines. I know they're touching, but again, at least we have different line widths, line weights to show the difference. I'll just see if I can squeeze this guy in there. And I think I have everything dimensioned. So it looks fine. I don't need any center lines. I don't have any round holes. So let's go ahead and save that. Remember, just do a save, don't do a save as. And excuse me, let's fill out the title block. I know that's not the name, but I'm just putting that name on there. And oops, what happened there? Guess I should put the right name. It's page 2. The universe is telling me to do it right. 2-50. Close that, and we're good there. Let me save that one more time. And then I'm going to use, in order to, if I wanted to turn this in, I'll use the snip and sketch tool. Window around that. Go to Word. Let's change it to a landscape. Paste that on the page so I can make it a little bigger. All right, and then make sure that you save it as a PDF file. That's how you turn your assignments in. So that's, I think I got everything on that one. It'll get easier as you spend a little more time working with NX. It's not too bad. Hopefully that helps.